Good evening. You're watching the news from the Sultanate of Oman television. First, the headlines. The Intellectual Extremisms Conference sheds light on thoughts and conflicts witnessed in the Arab region. Nizwa, the capital of Islamic culture, hosts events of the 6th Omani Theatre Festival. The Royal Army of Oman and the Royal Guard celebrates the Retirees' Day. And agreements worth more than 40 million Omani Riyals are signed with small and medium enterprises in the 4th edition of the Annual Suppliers Forum. Good evening once again, and thank you for joining us. Those were the headlines, and now the news in detail. The Intellectual Extremisms Conference and its impact on the Arab community was held in Muscat. The conference dealt with issues related to intellectual extremism in the light of conflicts witnessed by the region in the current period. It further shed light on the Sultanate's mediation in the resumption of the nuclear file talks as well as Yemen's crisis. Discussions also touched upon violence topics in the Arab community, Arab intellect, and the relation between the intellectual and social structure in Oman. The conference is organized by the Omani Society for Writers and Literates. Sultan Qaboos University celebrated the graduation of its 26th batch in the scientific colleges, namely the College of Medicine and Health Sciences, the Nursing College, the College of Agriculture and Marine Sciences, and the College of Engineering, in addition to the College of Sciences, in a ceremony held under the auspices of His Excellency Sayyid Mohammed bin Sultan Al Busaidi, Minister of State and Governor of the FAR. The total number of graduate students from all colleges totaled 2,930, of whom 2,505 with bachelor degrees, 298 students with master's degrees, 18 students with PhD degree, and 109 with Doctor of Medicine degree. At the end of the graduation ceremony, the Minister of State and Governor of the FAR handed over the graduation certificates to the graduates. Leading figures, intellectuals and academics from Gulf Cooperation Council countries who greatly contributed in raising up their countries, its development and progress in translation, linguistic, literature, culture, medicine, chemistry, computer science and sports were honored in the Qatari capital Doha in a ceremony by Gulf Cooperation Council Award for distinction in its first round under the auspices of His Highness Sheikh Tamim bin Hamad Al Thani, Amir of the State of Qatar. An elite of Omani personalities who were distinguished by their thoughts, literature, studies, intellectual and scientific contributions were honored, among others. His Excellency Dr. Abdullah bin Nasser Al-Harrasi, Chairman of the Public Authority for Radio and Television, was honored for translation field. Dr. Saleh bin Mohammed Al-Khusaybi was honored for pediatrics field. Dr. Mohammed bin Salim Al-Mashani was honored for linguistic studies. Dr. Jamil bin Darwish Al-Shakhsi was honored for computer science. Dr. Salam bin Salim Al-Kindi was honored for medicine. Dr. Haider bin Ahmed Al-Lawati was honored for chemistry. Dr. Khalid bin Saeed Al-Amri was honored for economics, risk management and insurance. Ali bin Abdullah Al-Habsi, Fatima bint Talib Al-Nabhaniya were honored for sports. The awards, which came by directives of leaders of the GCC countries, embodied a valued message to support and encourage scientists, researchers and academics in various fields so as to serve progress in the Council countries. 54 individuals, 9 from each country, were honored. Activities of the 6th Omani Theatre Festival inaugurated in the Cultural Center in the Wilaya of Nizwa amid wide presence of artists and theatre critics from inside and outside the Sultanate. The festival, which organized by the Minister of Heritage and Culture, considered as an artistic and cultural demonstration to highlight theatre Omani talents. The events of the inauguration of the festival was presided over by His Excellency Sheikh Sheikh Khalid bin Umar Al Marhoon, Minister of Civil Service. The organizers of the festival honored a number of distinguished Omani actors, theater directors. The festival included the inauguration of this year's show by Iraqi Theater Show. 8 days Omani Theater Festival at Nizwa, the capital of Islamic culture 2015, will be presented a cultural, artistic and social message. The Royal Guard of Oman, RGO, today marked the Retirees' Day, which falls on December 7th every year under the auspices of Major General Khalifa bin Abdullah Al Junaibi, Commander of the Royal Guard of Oman. The ceremony, which was held at Muaskar Al-Aman of the RGO, comes to mark the Retirees' Day, which is one of the royal grants of His Majesty Sultan Qaboos bin Said, the Supreme Commander of the Armed Forces, to honor his brave men who served in the Ministry of Defense, the Sultan's Armed Forces and RGO. The ceremony began with reciting verses of the Holy Quran. Then the chief guest and the attendees watched a documentary about the RGO. The chief guest also toured the exhibition of weapons and equipment. The ceremony was attended by Senior Royal Guard of Oman's officers, commissioners and non-commissioned officers, personnel and retirees. Sultan's Armed Forces and other directorates in the Ministry of Defense marked today Retirees' Day. This celebration came to translate the royal vision by His Majesty Sultan Qaboos, the Supreme Commander for Armed Forces, on determining the 7th of December every year as Retirees' Day to appreciate efforts exerted by his brave men who served in the Ministry of Defense, the Sultan's Armed Forces. You're watching the Sultanate of Oman television, and still to come in our news bulletin. Various choices of furniture for families are showcased in the home show at Oman International Exhibition Center. Welcome back to the news from the Sultanate of Oman television. A theater car accident, or a three-car accident, took place this morning in the Wilaya of Nizwa in Hayya Saad area, resulted in 19 injuries varied between serious and moderate. 14 of them from one vehicle and 5 others from the 2 other vehicles collided with it. An ambulance team transported the injury to Nizwa and Bahla Hospital for treatment. Under the auspices of His Excellency, the Minister of Health, Dr. Ahmed bin Mohammed Al-Saidi, the first annual Health Research Forum was held this morning in the presence of Their Excellencies Under-Secretary of Planning, UNICEF representatives in Oman, the dignitaries and participants from health institutions. More details in the following report. Advances in scientific knowledge can only come through sound scientific research grounded on well-established methodology, and it also provides for system improvement. Research and its scientific application has become the most important means to assess and evaluate institutions at the local, regional and international level. The Ministry of Health is one of the first governmental institutions in the Sultanate of Oman to move in the direction of developing scientific research spirit and encouraging competition through the establishment of the Department of Research and Studies. This establishment is in recognition of the importance of health research and its effective role for the improvement of health services, and to raise the quality and efficiency of research to provide evidence-based output to support decision makers. Dr. Adra Al-Maouria, Director of the Center of Studies and Research at the Ministry of Health, spoke to us and she said,
the objectives of the first annual research forum today, first of all, to encourage health researchers to do more scientific research, and also to honor the glorious researchers and to be recognized in Ministry of Health. I'm sure this step is a step forward for more promising research in Ministry of Health that will advance the health system and healthcare.
The ministry takes great care in improving the research system as well as refining the skills of researchers in the Ministry of Health. It has provided researchers with technical support at all stages of their research, financial support through the allocation of the budget for health research and allocation of Best Research Award and Young Investigator Award for the staff in the Ministry of Health. The Best Research Award and Young Investigator Award for the staff in the Ministry of Health were presented in recognition of their excellent research achievement. Dr. Sultan Shakhsi from Khola Hospital Burns Unit is one of the principal investigator recognized, and he has this to say.
Well, it's really fantastic to participate today in the first National Health Research Forum, and basically showed that the Ministry of Health is supporting research in Oman, which is the backbone of any development in terms of healthcare sector. And my advice is for all the clinicians and doctors, nurses and allied health to try and participate as much as they could in research, because that's basically the way we can advance and advocate for our patient care.
Dr. Ammar Kashmiri also has this to say.
The Health Research Forum that's organized by the Ministry of Health today is a great acknowledgement of all the researchers working in the health field. And it really does help motivate people to produce more of research in several areas in the health system.
The forum here has highlighted the outcome of these research projects conducted by medical and healthcare staff of the Ministry of Health. Indeed, this research will assist in improving the healthcare services in the Sultanate. Abdullah bin Ahmed Al-Rubai, Sultanate of Oman Television. Around 1.9 million visitors were recorded in the Sultanate until the end of September 2015. Visitors of Gulf nationalities recorded the highest percentage, followed by European and Asian nationalities. The revenue of 3 and 5 stars hotel reached more than 131 million Omani riyals until the end of September. The number of guests at the same period reached 820,000 visitors, according to the statistics issued by National Center for Statistics and Information. The performance of Gulf capital market was unstable due to the decrease in international oil prices in the region during last November, where most of the markets in the region closed in the red zone except Saudi and Kuwait securities markets. The trading value of these markets recorded an increase by 11.23%. The investors were still waiting for annual financial data to adopt new policies that keep up with the economic situation in the upcoming year 2016. The current status of the market will lead to building new investment centers that will reflect positively on the trading. The Sultanate's most eagerly awaited trade expo of the year, the 5th edition of the Home Show, began today in Oman International Exhibition Center. The opening ceremony was held under the auspices of Her Excellency Sheikha Aisha bint Khalfan As-Siyabiya, chairperson of the Public Authority for Craft Industries. The Home Show showcases the Sultanate's growing domestic capabilities in furniture, furnishing, interiors, fittings, tiles, ceramics, paints and finishes segments of the market. As many as 95 leading companies and brands from around the world are showcasing their latest offerings across all categories of products and services associated with the ideal home environment. Also taking part are service providers such as interior designers, home decor and improvement specialists, and financial institutions offering home loans, among others. with the aim to provide the suppliers with the opportunity to communicate and interact with the ORPIC specialist. ORPIC organized the 4th edition of the annual Suppliers Forum. More details in the following report by Sultan bin Saif Al-Sarrai.
Oman Oil Refineries and Petroleum Industries Company organized the 4th Supplier Symposium 2015 under the theme Enabling Engagement and Opportunities. It presided over by His Highness Sayyid Dr. Fahad bin Al-Julanda Al-Saeed, Assistant Secretary General for Innovation Development at Research Council.
This Suppliers Forum, of course, is very important to us, as it enables us to have one-to-one engagement with all our suppliers, both particularly the ones whether they are from the region here, i.e. from North Al-Batna, or whether they are from Muscat, or where they are from the neighboring countries.
This forum conducted to serve as an ideal platform to share the importance of enabling engagement and opportunities among ORPIC's valued suppliers.
We believe in such forum we can create an engagement between the local suppliers and also ORPIC. We also believe that during this forum we can also identify all the opportunities, either in terms of the projects or in terms of the tenders as well.
ORPIC signed 6 different deals with its suppliers that worth more than 40 million Omani riyals.
We are very happy today actually to sign this contract with ORPIC, and it's the biggest company, the Omani company working and handling the works in oil and gas field, and definitely this contract gives us support in as a local Omani company for sustainability and for the growth.
ORPIC was established in 2011 by the Ministry of Finance and by Oman Oil Company, and is a result of the integration efforts of 3 former companies that serve oil sector in the Sultanate. Sultan bin Saif Al-Sarrai, North Al-Batna Governorate, Sohar.
The expansion of Al-Buraymi Referral Hospital topped discussions of the 9th meeting of the Municipal Council in the Governorate of Al-Buraymi. The Council hosted the Director of the hospital to discuss a number of services provided to patients, like expanding the dialysis unit and increasing the number of beds in it. The Council also discussed moving the physiotherapy unit to an independent building. It also hosted a number of people with a special need to listen to their challenges they face in order to find appropriate solution for them. Within the framework of its interest in media personnel in the various governorates of the Sultanate, the Omani Journalists Association organized the 3rd Journalistic Reporter Forum in Wilaya of Sohar. More details in the following report by Sultan bin Saif Al-Sarrai.
Oman Journalist Association organized the 3rd Journalist Forum under the auspices of His Excellency Dr. Abdul Min'um bin Mansour Al-Hsani, Minister of Information.
This event, it's very important for the journalists in Oman, for the TV and the radio and the newspaper. We have a 2-point in this event in Sohar, one for the rule and the second one for the social media.
This 2-day gathering aims to give the participants the professional principles of the journalist in order to raise journalism level in the Sultanate as a profession.
Actually, this gathering of Omani reporters is coming by, we are looking for outcomes to solve the difficulties that reporters facing in the journalist sector.
The chief guest inaugurated an exhibition that contains a number of photos that reflect the Omani culture, heritage and arts. After that, he had a meeting with all participants to discuss some matters related to journalism in the Sultanate. Various topics and issues discussed during this gathering, and for sure, it will enhance journalism profession in the Sultanate. Sultan bin Saif Al-Sarrai, Sohar.
An awareness campaign program for early detection of breast cancer was concluded in the Wilaya of Jalan Bani Boali. The campaign aimed to spread awareness about early detection of breast cancer in the Wilaya to enhance the importance of the concept of detection among mothers. It also acquainted with its symptoms and factors contributing in its spread, as well as to train a larger segment possible of females in the society to conduct self-tests. The event also contained visual display and concluded by honoring participants and promoters of the campaign. The number of visitors to Al-Balid and Samaharam archaeological sites in November 2015 stood at 9,654, according to statistics from the Department of Frankincense Land Sites at the Office of Advisor to His Majesty the Sultan for Cultural Affairs. Al-Balid Archaeological Park and Frankincense Land Museum received 4,523 visitors, while Samaharan Archaeological Site received 3,737 visitors, and Wadi Dokha Frankincense Tree Natural Reserve received 1,394 visitors. The Office of Advisor to His Majesty the Sultan for Cultural Affairs is developing several archaeological sites and providing them with utilities to serve the goals of cultural and archaeological tourism in the Governorate of the Far. Al-Balid Archaeological Park, Samaharan Obar and Wadi Dokha are registered sites on the World Heritage List under the name Land of Frankincense Sites. And now for the general weather forecast. Clear skies will prevail over the Sultanate with chances of cloud accumulation and scattered rainfall over the Governorate of Musandam, as well as low clouds and fog late at night and early morning along the coastal areas in the Governorate of Al-Barami and Al-Zahira. Winds will be westerly to northwesterly moderate to rough along the coast of the Sultanate. Seas will be rough along the western coast of the Governorate of Musandam with the maximum wave height of 3.5 meters, and it will be slight along the rest of the Sultanate with a maximum wave height of 1.25 meters. You're watching the Sultanate of Oman television, and now before we end tonight's bulletin, here are the main points once again. The Intellectual Extremism Conference sheds light on thoughts and conflicts witnessed in the Arab region. Nizwa, the capital of Islamic culture, hosts events of the 6th Omani Theatre Festival. The Royal Army of Oman and the Royal Guard celebrates Retirees Day. And agreements worth more than 40 million Omani Riyals are signed with the small and medium enterprises in the 4th edition of the annual Suppliers Forum. And with that, we come to the end of tonight's news bulletin. From all of us here at the newsroom and studios, it's good night.